Hello, I'm Richard Turkington, the Director of Housing Vision, and I'd like to introduce our Affordability and Housing Options Toolkit. This toolkit is already being used by local housing and planning authorities and by registered providers and other developers to determine the affordability of all options in the housing market. It makes use of established data sources, including local incomes, property prices and rent levels, and operates on the basis of applying an affordability threshold, a defined proportion of a household's income to be spent on housing costs. Specific applications include explaining the options available to housing applicants according to their incomes, determining affordable rent levels, and negotiating with developers and house builders on the tenure mix of new developments and the requirement for affordable housing, especially in relation to Section 106 agreements. Whatever you are modelling, the toolkit enables you to test different what-if scenarios with instant results at the click of a button. And what's more, you can revisit these scenarios at any time to keep your plans up to date. Results are presented in tabular and graphical formats that are easy to read, easy to analyse, and easy to present. So let's take an example. This is the opening screen of the toolkit, which is divided into three sections: inputs, outputs, and variables. Each section of the toolkit is further subdivided using tabs. The first Input tab contains inputs for income, affordable rents, equity loan, and shared and home ownership products. The second Input tab has inputs for rents. This also includes a row that allows the rent charge for affordable rent properties to be individually varied by property type and size. The third Input tab includes inputs for home ownership, shared ownership, and equity loan products. The first Output tab shows the results of the above inputs in rows for different property types and different bedroom sizes. The rows show a range of tenure outputs from local authority rents to new build and resale home ownership costs. There is also a row for local housing allowance data for the relevant broad rental market area. This grid shows the affordability of each of the housing options, using a red and green traffic light system. The grid also includes rows that show the future rental income stream from affordable rent and the present value of this rental stream. The second tab shows the results of the inputs as charts and graphs. One really nice thing about these charts is that by clicking on these grey tick boxes, you can include or exclude any of the outputs shown on the chart. This means you can construct a chart that contains only the data you want to show. The third Output tab has links to the websites used as data sources to populate the toolkit. The third section is the variables. This section epitomizes the unique approach of Housing Vision toolkits and is a very powerful aspect of the toolkit. It enables you to vary the incomes, the affordability threshold, and the proportion of market rents set for affordable rents. In this example, for a household on £350 per week, rents set at 80% of market rent make all 3+ bed properties unaffordable. They're above the pink line on the chart. Using the sliders for the individual properties, we can establish at what proportion of market rent each property becomes affordable. So if we look at a 3-bed house, we can see that it needs to be set at 61%, and for a 4-bed house, 47%. Finally, there are buttons to reset the toolkit to the original data, to save and load scenarios you've created, and to print the toolkit outputs. You can find more information about each toolkit, including short introductory videos, via the links now showing on screen. Thank you for watching, and please don't hesitate to call or email for further details on any of our products or services. Contact details are on the screen now.